Welcome back to 360 Alaskan Life. We're down here today in Talkeetna, Alaska at the Montana Creek Campground. So we're going to do a quick review of this campground. This campground is located along the Parks Highway, just past the junction to Talkeetna. We're parked here. We're parked here in spot 59. A lot of their spots are pretty long, good size. Got services nearby in case you need them. So these are some of the best spots at Montana Creek Campground. We've got spot number 60 here, 61, and all these spots are right next to the creek. So the creek is right through the woods on your left side. Spot 62. Right next to some more services out here. Now this is their premier spot at Montana Creek Campground. They charge the most for this spot. I think it's around $60 a night or so. And you can see this is what they call the Hilton. And so you've got services right here, some trash and stuff right at the campsite to use. You got tables, barbecue spot. But what's really cool about this spot is you're back here by yourself, nobody around, and you have instant access to Montana Creek on all sides. So right out the back of the campsite, here's some access to Montana Creek. And we'll head down the trail over here and go see Montana Creek. And so here's Montana Creek. There are salmon in here at the right time of the year. There are grayling, rainbow trout. Right now the campground's not very crowded, but this is kind of an off year because of COVID last year, and it's just still recovering. Not a lot of people here right now. Normally there'd be a lot of people here fishing. Now straight ahead from us is a pedestrian bridge. You can walk right across the creek or fish from the bridge. We'll show that here in a minute. Now as I'm heading back to my campsite here, I'm going to put on screen a quick map of Montana Creek Campground. And this map will show you where some of the spots are. But most of the best spots are right here next to the creek. And it's just a short walk away from where you're camping. Okay, so here we are at the front of Montana Creek Campground, right next to the Parks Highway. We've got their little camp store and office right over here. And additional parking if you want to pay to park. All right, let's go check out this little tunnel under the Parks Highway, labeled as Shelby's Way. Well, I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Don't go towards the light. Oh wait, I probably want to go towards the light, never mind. Right, now they're on the other side of the Parks Highway. And so around here they've also got easy access over to the river with a little footbridge, so we're going to head over there right now. And here we're coming up on the pedestrian bridge across Montana Creek. And I believe you can fish from this bridge.
Or magnet fishing.
Magnet fishing?
Yeah.
I don't know. Here in Alaska we don't get a lot of trash in the water per se. Could happen. Could happen.
Saw other things like swords, bombs, even abandoned cars.
It's Montana Creek. Now all the spots I'm going to show you today are along the creek, but these lower spots here, there's a little rock wall between you and the creek, so keep that in mind if you pick one of these other spots. So here we have spot 64 and spot 63, and they continue on down just about like this until you get to the overflow camping down there. Here we got some of the overflow camping spots near the front. These spots are kind of stacked close together, but most of the spots in here are pretty wooded and far apart. Here's some of the huge trees that are all over this campground. We don't have trees like this back in Fairbanks, Alaska, but down here the trees just grow huge. We're in Alaska rainforest right here. Well, thanks for joining 360 Alaska Life on our quick review and tour of the Montana Creek Campground. Sorry, cars keep driving by on the bridge there.
Wood. The bridge is cracked. We went passing through it.
Let's capture a little more of Montana Creek.
Show them the view.
Well, that's where we were walking the dogs earlier, was right over there in that gravel bar. Not barge.
Yeah, doubt there's a barge.
I doubt there's a barge on Montana Creek. Okay. Okay. Then we start our generators.